Do you want to live your life just okay? I would ask myself that question, and I asked myself that question at 47 and went, nope, I'm ready for a shift.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the program. I am sitting here with Diane. Diane, thank you so much for being part of the program.
Awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am. For those who are not familiar with the work you're doing, let them know about yourself.
Okay. Like you said, my name is Diane. I'm Diane Byron, the founder of Unstoppable Heart Coaching, and I coach midlife women who are ready to put themselves first and really create an extraordinary second chapter of their lives by really my belief is when you put yourself first, you actually enhance every part of your life. It's not about me only, it's me too.
Mm. It's interesting because oftentimes we talk about midlife, and it seems like the word that follows midlife is the word crisis. And so, talk a little bit about why do individuals actually feel or experience a midlife crisis?
Well, I can't speak for men, but most women that I talk to, especially if they've been moms like myself, we spend all our lives taking care of other people. And then our kids get to be teens and older and they don't need us as much. And it's kind of like we're feeling a little ungrounded. And it's also an opportunity for us to look at, are we doing the work that lights us up? I left a 25-year nursing career after, when I was in my late 40s, because that wasn't where I wanted to be anymore. And it didn't make sense.
Mhm. Yeah. So often individuals, as you're saying, rather be male, female, but sometimes individuals just feel like this is my life and I have to settle. How do we overcome this thought that this is my life, I have to settle, or I'm just past my prime, and so this is the card I have.
Oh gosh, I love that question because here's the thing. You can choose to settle, or you can say, does this serve me? Am I living my best life? I'm also a two-time cancer survivor, so I know how precious life is.
Mhm.
So when you're having that moment of, I should just settle, my life is okay, is what we hear. Do you want to live your life just okay? I would ask myself that question, and I asked myself that question at 47 and went, nope. I'm ready for a shift. And you got to be honest with yourself. Ask yourself the hard questions or get somebody who will.
Mm. So often, individuals want to make the shift, and of course, again, if we're talking about midlife, we're talking, and the interesting thing is, I think I've seen individuals who are mid 20s and they think they're about to die when they hit 30. So, you know, but individuals who kind of just feel like, okay, how do I make a shift? You talk about being honest with yourself. What are some other strategies that we can employ to try to make that shift?
Well, the second thing I tell people is to think about, what dream did you put away when you had kids or took that job or got married? Not that doing any of those things is wrong, because they're not. Our journey is meant to be our journey. But did you put something aside? I myself discovered, oh gosh, I forgot that I put in for the Navy in San Diego. Took me 26 years to get here, but I did it because all of a sudden I went, oh, right, San Diego, forgot about that. We literally forget because I think there's only so much room in our brains. So take some time for yourself, number one, and start thinking about, what did I love to do as a kid, as a teenager, as a young mother, young father, young person? What did I love to do that I didn't do? Where did I want to go? And play with it. That's the key, is not to make it one more thing to do, but like, what fun thing am I not doing that I wish I did?
How much did the pandemic play a factor with individuals who are going through a midlife transition?
It's huge because so many things changed. We didn't go to work anymore in our traditional senses. And
Mhm.
coming from a nursing background, my friends who are nurses are beat up and they've been in the front lines and they're like, hi, what else can I do? Where else can I use these things? And it's also an opportunity. The other part of it is actually watching people that we care about pass away and say, really and truly, life is now. If the
Mhm.
pandemic didn't teach us anything, it's that connection is critical. And while it's great to have Zoom calls like this, nothing beats a hug,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's that. And also, what is it I want to do?
Yeah.
I don't
You
want
know,
to be stuck anymore.
yeah, you touched on this point of even your own experience, right? Of forgetting, oh, that's right, I wanted to visit that state. I wanted to move. Um,
Yeah.
and you spoke about like the brain can't hold all this information. It makes me wonder, like, how important should the implementation of journaling or some sort of method of writing these ideas down, how much of that should be utilized, rather it's that we're in the transition of midlife or not?
I think it's actually critical in a couple of different ways, and you can journal or do whatever writing you want. There's no set thing that I coach my clients into or that I do. But the first thing I look at is, where am I right now? And let me be grateful for where I am right now.
Mm.
I'm healthy. I've got this, I've got that. Because if we look at wanting to shift something, we want to make sure we're not running away. We want to make sure we're running to.
Mhm.
Right? So that's the first thing, is writing even a gratitude list of, I'm really happy with these things in my life right now. These other things, they're not working so much for me. What's not working? Okay, what can I change?
Mhm.
And what can't I change? Sometimes we can't change the weather in New England. Can't happen. We can't make a change. What we can do is remove ourselves from New England, which is what I did. Right? So you look at what you can change and what you can't, and it's helpful to write it down. It doesn't seem as daunting, and it gets it out of our body, because we carry that energy in our body as well as our head.
Mhm. Yeah, at the beginning of the year, so many individuals, they either set one word, and this one word anchors everything they do for the year, or they set New Year's resolutions, they set goals. In this spectrum of New Year's resolutions and one word, where do you lean towards?
I stick to words. My word is freedom, because resolutions, they're very not often followed through on. But if you have a word or a couple of words, that's fine too. You can think in every moment, in every opportunity that you're given, do I want to feel this way? Is this how I want to feel? When I get conversations and opportunities come to me, I'm like, does that make me feel free? Do I feel free doing that? If it serves me, I say yes. If it doesn't, I say no. And it gives like a guidepost.
You mentioned that one word for yourself for the year, which is the word freedom. Now, if you were to be able to use one word that would encapsulate your entire life's work, what would that word be?
Well, to encapsulate my entire life would be unstoppable, to be honest with you. And
That's a
it's
good word.
really, it is unstoppable, because I turn every obstacle that comes my way into an opportunity. It's not easy, doesn't make it simple, but I learned something from everything that I encounter. And when I look at it that way, it allows me to be unstoppable. And that also doesn't mean I never rest, because I like my rest.
For those individuals that are connected with us today and want to get connected with you, how could they do so?
They can reach out. I have a website called DianeMByron.com, and there's even a free gift on there. If you want to have permission to dream, download that free gift, because it's just a short audio or a worksheet that's going to get your juices going. Because it's this lack of dreaming, I think, is what gets people a lot of stuck. A lot of people stuck.
And it's a lot of stuck.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuck too.
Diane, thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you. I appreciate it.